evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. So, yes, we have 3-6. Okay, the viewership is going ahead. Yeah. So, I think today's session is mostly about self-reflection, and it is not about what is desire or is it good or bad. There's no dichotomous thinking here, like we are not doing it, is it good or is it bad? But we know it is not unidirectional or it is not one layer, is what I can tell, from my understanding. What do you think? What would be complex about desire?
Oh, I am not sure how
So,
complex.
what do you all think? Is it complex or is it simple or is it required, not required? What do you think?
I think it will be based on which desire you are talking about. There will be desire
So,
about being a good wife, desire to be a good daughter, right? Or desire to be
that
something
can be
different.
a
So,
want also, no? It can be a wish also.
yeah,
That can be a want also.
exactly. Like desire to
Hmm.
have a good luxury car. So we
Desire.
did that.
Is it materialistic? What you say? It's not something immaterial. Because Gautama Buddha says desire is the root cause of your miseries. In Kannada, we call asaya dukkha mula. Means Gautama Buddha said desire is the root cause of all your miseries.
Okay.
Right?
So is it?
What do you all think? Yes, Devi is still thinking. People have joined us already. What do you all think? Is it true? Or do we require desire to go ahead in life?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think most of them are reflecting. I don't know how many of them are saying.
Yeah, it's just now people are joining, so we should give time probably.
Give some time.
Yeah. All right. I think I
My
will
video
invite
is still there. Huh?
Sorry, ma'am.
Is my video on available?
No, ma'am. It's not.
So Priyanka transformation is saying yes, we need desire. It's absolutely being human. Correct. But what will be the ultimate purpose of that human? To stick on to the desire or get over it? Don't you think sometimes disappointments are arising from desires?
That's all.
I'm just thinking aloud, Priyanka.
Sometime.
Sometimes we stop ourselves from desiring on something because we know how the disappointments look like or experience. So Asha ma'am is there already, so she can tell us the layers and the complexities as we have mentioned about desire.
And yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Can continue.
Okay. Yes. Hello, Asha ma'am. Are you there? Yes. Is she there?
Mm, she might have some internet issue. We will wait.
No, no. She is watching us live. No? Have you sent
Yeah, I
the?
sent it, and it was mentioned that she unable to join.
She joined. Yeah, 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 yeah. She is here. So yes, detachment. Sorry, detachment is the key, is what Priyanka is saying. So we were having conversation. Is desire required? So Priyanka, one of our viewers, said it is completely human. It is required, but detachment is the key. So can you give us a little more clarity? What is desire? Is it similar to wishes?
No, desire is more emotional and more specific. Wish is
Hmm.
general.
Hmm.
Now, when we talk about desire, why it is so specific? Because it is the root cause or it is the pathway for us to seek happiness, lead joyful life, and experience bliss.
Hmm.
Without desire, Asha, Akanksha, and Apeksha.
Hmm.
Asha is fine. So without desire, nothing exists. But what about Apeksha? Asha puts us to Apeksha. Apeksha takes us to Akanksha, ambitions, expectations, right? So desire has its own, what do we say, the worth in our life. So
Hmm.
desire is so specific that it can help us to create our own goals, be creative. But when we indulge in satisfying our desires on daily basis, it can create tendencies also. So how
Hmm.
much desireful I am as a person and what is that I am desiring for matters.
Hmm.
So desire is
Hmm.
more specific and desire is emotional aspect of human existence. Without desire, nothing exists.
Oh, okay. So desire is key for
Yes.
our survival. So do you say it is a motivator that is pushing us to wake up every single day?
Yeah, of course. So the desire shouldn't be I dependent, you dependent, it should be independent.
Can you elaborate on
So,
that?
yes. So, to satisfy my desire, I expect so much from me. I
Hmm.
marathon, I don't stop, I don't even take rest, take break, relax. So I don't even think of my wellness. I run, 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 run. That is I dependent. It expecting lot from myself. You dependent.
Hmm.
Okay, this is my desire. I want Deepthi to accomplish it.
Hmm.
You're my daughter. I want you to live my dream. Something I missed in my life.
Hmm.
So I want you to frame it out. Okay.
Correct.
So that
Yes.
is that is also stress giving or stress taking. So it should be neither I dependent or you dependent. It should be independent.
So ideal desire sounds like?
Ideal desire sounds like you have Stula, Sukshma, and Karana Sharira. Stula is your desire, the gross element of your success. Okay, your
Hmm.
desire takes you to happiness. Happiness
Hmm.
leads you to bliss. Sat
Hmm.
Chit Ananda.
Hmm.
So, like I want to have ice cream. It is my desire. Okay. Lot
Hmm.
of times it is complex. I want to have ice cream with Deepthi. So the availability of Deepthi. And I want to have Deepthi. I want to have ice cream with Deepthi in this place. Even more complex.
Hmm.
I want to have ice cream with Deepthi in this place on her birthday. Even more complex.
Hmm.
So simple desires leads to happiness. Like I want
Hmm.
to have fun with Deepthi is so simple.
Hmm.
The more specific details you get into life,
Hmm.
the smallest of desires to accomplish that either I give stress for myself or to the others. Either, I'll definitely put my body, mind, and environment into trouble. So making life simple, making desires very simple and specific leads us to happiness. So a
Okay.
lot of people don't know. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, a
Please.
lot of people don't know the difference between desire and wish. Sometimes they declare wish as their desire, but they add the word I wish to have. But when you're talking about desire, what I believe is it's not as simple as you mentioned,
Yeah, it
right?
is not because wish doesn't need your mental physical commitment. I can wish you a wonderful life.
Hmm.
Okay, so there is no commitment from me. I'm only my words are reaching it out. But here, when
Hmm.
I have desire to look at Deepthi and her growth, there is a responsibility that I take and
Hmm.
see that I reach out to her, I communicate, and I support her in her journey. So, in the same
Okay.
way, if I desire to become something, I
Hmm.
wish to be something. So there's lot
Hmm.
of differences with little words. There is Himalayan difference that you can find. You know, my ultimate desire is always made out of three things. One,
Hmm.
my consciousness. If we are
Hmm.
understanding desire as being explained by Sri Krishna.
Hmm.
Okay, one is consciousness. Otherwise, it's just a wish. Do I know
Hmm.
what I am desiring for? Do my desires fluctuate or remain the same? Consistency.
Hmm.
Okay. And number three, do I experience my desire? Desire
Experience.
is something. Do I imagine my desire?
Hmm.
Do I that is the conscious presence of this desire in my life, which is not temporary but permanent. It is I'm not ignorant about my desires.
Okay.
And I don't
Okay.
tend to sacrifice. That is when I'll be opening the doors for Sukshma Sharira to get into my life. If I am
Yeah.
stagnated in Stula, I just tell people I'm disappointed. I had this desire in my life to become this, to be this, or to achieve this. It did not happen. So I'm highly disappointed. Where is the room for disappointment? If I am so clear about my desires, already I'm imagining it. I'm putting all my forms, be it my conscious form, be it my physical form, be it my, the emotional form, everything I'm putting it in place, and I experience the most functional part of my life, that is Sukshma Sharira. So that
Hmm.
is, I'm experiencing happiness here. Okay, and it
Okay.
is never a pain to achieve, to be, to attend to my desire is never a pain because it is an independent entity for me.
Yeah.
Okay,
So the
and finally it leads to the Karana Sharira, the purpose of my life. Do you think that purpose is created without your desire?
no.
Without listening to the desire voice of the inner voice of you, independently telling that this is what you want to see?
Many a times I believe purpose is manifested in the form of desires,
Yes,
small,
yes.
small desire is leads to the collection into our purpose is what I believe.
Correct.
But the thing is what I have seen is, and the most philosophical approaches, philosophical principles also say, as we were saying, Gautama Buddha himself said that
Hmm.
desires is the root cause of misery.
Hmm,
But
hmm, hmm.
now when we are talking, it is actually an essential for human existence,
Hmm.
or for us to function, like one of our viewers said,
See,
Priyanka.
this is
So
the
what is
problem
the
with
complex
our.
part? Like what makes this complex? Why there
See,
are so
Buddha
much of
never
takes on
told.
this?
See, Buddha never told desire is the fundamental element for our unhappiness. I'll tell you, when we talk about Asha, Asha has different meanings in different context. Asha is hope, Asha is desire. So, Buddha did not mention that this Asha, what you are speaking about. He
Hmm.
never mentioned it is just a desire which has no hope.
Hmm.
Okay, that
Hmm.
leads you here. A desire which has hope, which has specificity, which is emotionally bonded with you and your hard work towards achieving it, that will never be going to mislead anyone. So, this is very important for us to understand how and which context the person has spoken about it. And even
Yeah.
today, when we speak about Gautama Buddha, we see that in our history textbooks, in
Hmm.
Bhakti movement and in Buddhism, we see that Buddha's eight path, and it starts with desire is the issue. So, direct translation and the literary meaning can mislead us.
Yes, it actually narrows down the context and the scope of whatever he said. Because we can't go back in time and ask him what did he say. We
Yeah.
just take the literal meaning. Sometimes we have to, I from what you said, we need to move beyond words
Yes.
and look for the
Yes.
essence.
Yes, essence is very important. Absolutely. Yeah.
So, can you tell us, we discussed so much of complexities in our Itihasa. Are there any particular story or a conversation or a particular characteristic that actually embodies desire and complexities in a positive way? Because every itihasa we have said this desire, because of this there was a downfall, because of this desire there was a war. So, was there any positive side for desire in our itihasa, which any character that embodied it?
Yeah, we can definitely quote Arjuna when it comes to desire. Okay. He had, there are certain components that has to blend with our desire for us to achieve whatever that we think of and manifest whatever we imagine. So desire plus shanta, first we need to achieve that. So we need to desire to be in peace. That is a sattvic way of putting the first stepping stone.
Hmm.
Once you achieve, that is the reason you see in the story of Arjun, he is into tapasya quite a lot of times. In the whole story, you see him achieving his weapons through tapasya and all that. So that is the sattvic way of putting your desires in place. Of course,
Hmm.
he is invincible and he wanted to be the best Dhanurvedi in the entire Itihasa. And the second thing is the Rudra fury. Okay, lot of times fury is rage. Though it is tamasic, it was constructive when it comes to Arjun. The
Hmm.
desire to stand for his family, the
That's
desire to
Shastra.
fight for himself.
That's
Yes,
Shastra
Kshatriya
spirit.
spirit.
Yeah.
Yes. And the third thing is Bibhatsa. Disgust also he expressed in a very positive way in his life. The
Hmm.
desire to get something will also put you into disgust. How do you handle disgust? These are
Hmm.
all complexities that arrive when you work towards getting something done. Your desire
Hmm.
to become the best psychologist in the world. So it's not easy. You may have to face fury. There will be disgusting situation. How
Oh.
do you fight it with grace? So all the complex things and also veeratva, heroism. Now Arjuna is being counted by everybody and he is in everybody's mind and small children are speaking about his heroism. How does this person showcase himself? When certain heroes' names are taken in every house and the kind of advertisement they get in.
Hmm.
So maintaining that heroism is also important because we have
Right.
given that position in our heart and mind to this person, thinking that he is hero. So every
So I have a question. When you said about desire and heroes, can a person's desire, personal desire, be translated into another person, transformed? Can it be transferred to another person? My desire transferring to you.
Definitely. That can even create ripple or create energy. It depends upon the one who wish to transfer and the one who is wishing to take it also.
Hmm.
Especially
Hmm.
when Arjun, when we speak about the karuna, compassion that he had on his guru,
Hmm.
okay, that is, he was ready to take. He
Yes.
was prepared, you
Yes.
know. And also, the next is Abdhuta, wonder in his life. He
Hmm.
created wonders for, and that experience was for everybody. The way the Rukmini Kalyana happened, he stood with Krishna and he did not think twice to play his role, funny role. There was wonder in his life. And also Shringara, romantic. And just
Yes.
because I have this desire, no, I don't get married, I will get into celibacy, I run towards this. No, he had tasted every part of his life and the beauty of life. He has that blissful experience. And also, Krishna speaks. Why do you think Krishna chose this person? Because he
Hmm.
knew the every complexities, this person has that wisdom to fight.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So from what I understand is desire stand alone can demotivate us or lead to disappointment,
Yes.
but desire coupled with wisdom
Yes.
and conscious
Yes.
will actually
Correct.
act as a driving force for our happiness, in turn leading to our ambitions. Am I
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Have I
Correct.
summarized our
Perfect.
conversation right?
Yes. 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 Absolutely.
Okay. Any questions from the viewers? Any questions about desires or any questions about complexities of desires that you would wish to get more information about? So, because this is a very, nobody has spoken desire as this, because we are coming from a land where desire is celebrated and at the same time desire is frowned upon as well, and we from our childhood we have been told this is bad, this is good. We
Correct.
especially us, the 90s kids, come from a very confused environment. Should we wish for or should we not? So anybody here would like to get any clarity about desires or complexities of desire, or the confusion about desire needs to be clarified? Yes. Okay. I think we have just
Let's
put them into reflection mode.
yeah,
And
let's give them some time, a week to think on their own
what
desires
desires?
and the
Yes.
tendencies that put them to complexities. So yeah, all the
Okay.
best,
Then
viewers.
no, no. We have a question now. Okay. I think one person just woke up from their reflection, I guess. Huh. Can you explain about Nishkam Bhav and Saksham Bhav?
Okay, so this is a beautiful aspect of Vedanta. This speaks about the cognitive tendencies. And it speaks about emotional tendencies. There's a certain tendencies that get infused, okay, when we get into desire, and when it creates the nishkama and sakshama bhava in us. That is, we are successful in attaining the desire. What if I am not able to, if I have not been given that capabilities to do? Okay, so that create tendencies in us, or tendencies will put an X to my bhavas. So the first thing is the cognitive tendencies. I should believe that this is my desire and I should hug first. It's my baby.
Hmm.
Okay. If I'm not able to accept it, lot of times I myself will go through the dvandva. That is
Hmm.
when the this my action I am not able to analyze. Okay, so that is one, and number two is the emotional tendencies. So, because I want to take care of my daughter, my desire of becoming this, I'm going to sacrifice. When I'm
Hmm.
sacrificing, I don't stop thinking about it.
Hmm.
Sacrifice is something you don't even think about it. You just give.
Yes.
Okay? But I give, but every day sulk on this emotional tendencies. So
Hmm.
I don't become sakshama. This
Hmm.
dana is also not sakshama. This sacrifice is also not sakshama. And number
Then you're
three is
regretting your action.
behavioral tendencies. Behavioral tendencies. Either
Hmm.
I will overdo or not do. Just because I have this desire of accomplishing this UPSC exams, I don't even talk to my family. I don't even take responsibilities because I want to be happy. I'm seeing that happening around me. Just because I want to be happy, I don't take the responsibility of the family. I don't do things. I want to just isolate myself. I'm just physically present in the family, but I don't participate, perform. You know,
True.
and social tendencies. I get into relationship, but I don't want to commit. I am in a
Hmm.
open relationship. I
Hmm.
I give beautiful names. I decorate with my language. But this is a tendency. I desire to taste the relationship, but I don't want commitment.
I don't want to experience
Right?
it, or I don't want to go through
Yes.
emotions. I can relate to it.
Yeah. Motivational tendencies. Because I have the inner wish or urge to motivate somebody, I want that person to do what I did. I see that
Hmm.
happening. Just I want a space where I can talk about myself. If I
Hmm.
have a daughter, I cannot motivate her on psychology every day. She will run away,
Correct.
right? And at the same time, I am self-motivated person. I don't look for motivation from people around me and stress them that you are not taking care. That is also a tendency. And also spiritual tendency. I want to achieve spirituality in 2 days, 3 days. I'll attend some workshops. I go for 7 days Rishikesh and I have to come back like Neem Karoli Baba. No, it's not possible.
Yeah.
Spirituality is not a quick
It's a,
journey. If I'm
yes,
desiring
yes, yes.
for something, I should understand the timeline.
Correct.
Right? That is
Yeah.
sakshama. Right?
Yeah.
Knowing nothing and getting into it is also a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Understanding
We need to understand
everything
our
and
case.
standing by my, strength and weakness is also a beautiful thing. Knowing everything, not knowing me, is something that is not achievable. Right?
Hmm.
This
It's like
is what
we
it
need
is.
to have our own pace of, transformation. We can't just force
Yeah,
because we have to catch up. Sometimes now
correct.
I see even spiritual journey is also turned into a race.
Correct.
Like I attend so many satsang. You have attended
Yeah.
only so much. Satsang is also now not satsang anymore. It's a attendance. So that
Correct,
is one
correct,
thing.
correct,
And we have a
correct.
question by I think it is Aditi Shilpa, I guess. Please explain Arjuna as a common man with complexities of problems and emotions, and how Krishna helped him to open his eyes towards wisdom.
Okay. So common man also go through as whatever I spoke about the tendencies. Don't you think that we have Karan and Arjun in everybody,
Hmm.
right? Arjun, who is going to make the weaker situation, who is going to make every situation, not only weaker or great situation, every situation as an opportunity. And we have a Karan who will make every given opportunity as something that, his ego or the void is going to drive that. So Arjuna drives his vehicle himself, knowing his shortcomings, and he accepts his shortcomings, and he don't shy to take support. But there
Yes,
is Karan
he goes
in
and
us.
asks help.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. So this is the common man syndrome where we don't know when to bring Arjun and when to bring Karna out. Both are beautiful
So we
people,
need,
and the
yeah.
desire to achieve happiness and bliss is all about balancing Karan Arjun in everyone.
So I think we all need Krishna to bring out Arjuna out. When we
Yes.
stop that Krishna within us, that is the inner voice that is guiding us, we become current when we think, I am doing
See,
everything.
there is a beautiful comparison of Karan and Arjuna. That is, creativity is, the Arjun, and the critical thinking is the Karan.
Correct. Yes,
Yes.
I can make the relation. Yes.
So when
Because
you are
creativity
creative,
is low.
you are
Yeah.
problem solving. So when you are critical, you will be making your decisions. So, but the tendencies that fog the actual capacity, actual ability of Karna is what made him lose the battle.
I think it is somewhat similar to the conversation we had yesterday about two prominent political individuals that are
Yes,
actually took the
yes,
limelight during this polls. In a new
correct.
individual. One is well informed, yet he couldn't create an impact what he thought, and another person is
That
just passionate
exactly,
about the process.
yes, that exactly happened to Karan. He knew the system. He knew Kauravas. This is how
He
they are
knew the
going to.
drawbacks of the system also.
Yes, drawback of the system. Okay, Arjuna, he had no time to understand the system. He just
You just
said, "This is
followed.
my mind, and this is what my shortcomings are." He was so much open to people also. This is what I'm going. No, I can't fight these people. He was loud enough. No shaurya, no valor, nothing came into his mind. And he was so open to share his problems. Sometimes we
Correct.
don't voice out. We
Correct.
become Karan. Yeah.
Yes. Sometimes we need to voice out our desire to manifest it, is what we can say today. And end this live session. It is almost turning into a podcast. I think we should start thinking seriously about making a
Yeah.
podcast. If you are all agreeing, please comment on this saying we want podcast. We will make it a short podcast from the beginning, and then seeing the response will increase the duration of the podcast. And you can also suggest the topics that you want to talk us about in the podcast. Yes, and have a nice weekend.
Yes.
And yes, have a happy weekend. That's all I can say.
Happy,
Thank you
happy
all
week.
for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Asha.
everyone. Thank you for your love.